Theater kid for life? Or theater kid for undead life? And welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you about 7 of the most haunted theaters on Broadway. Before we get started, I'm Sophia Lovelace and I post theater videos, comedy videos, and style videos. So if any of that stuff interests you, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below to be notified when I have new uploads. So this is the last video of my Sophia's Lovely Halloween series. If everything goes according to plan, I have released 7 videos during the month of October. And I thought the last one would be a combination of 2 of the videos that I have uploaded this month. So it just seemed like a natural fit for the finale of Sophia's Lovely Halloween that I do a Broadway Ghost Stories video. Now, a lot of theaters are haunted, and a lot of people theorize why this might be. A lot of people believe that when we enter into a theater or a church or a library, we are expanding our mind. And we do this to learn and to grow as individuals, but we may subconsciously be opening another part of ourselves, which makes ourselves more welcome to the paranormal. Also, there are so many people passionate about theater, so when they pass away, they want to continue their love of theater in the afterlife. And honestly, if I had to choose between going to heaven and haunting a stage for the rest of my life, I'd probably choose haunting a stage. Anyways, let's get into the Broadway ghost stories. Almost all the theaters on Broadway report hearing strange knockings, doors moving on their own, prop pieces going missing. Why don't they just blame it on the ensemble cast? I don't know. Some of the theaters on Broadway, particularly 7 of them, have a lot of stories that cannot be explained. One of the most haunted theaters on Broadway is the New Amsterdam. Now, the New Amsterdam has recently hosted a lot of Disney productions, including Aladdin. Has a resident ghost that goes by the name of Olive Thomas. Olive Thomas was a chorus girl who left Broadway to go to Hollywood and ended up marrying Jack Pickford, who is the brother of Mary Pickford, a famous movie star. And on a side note, she was originally born in Toronto, so I'm from Toronto, she's from Toronto. However, she's a lot more talented and successful than I am, so. And after marrying Jack Pickford, she, and a lot of people speculate her as well, were diagnosed with syphilis. And she died by overdosing on the pills, the medication that her husband was taking. People theorize that this was an accident and she was just trying to get better. However, others have noticed that this is kind of strange that she took the whole bottle of medication. So to this day, her death remains a mystery. Many have claimed after she died, she moved back into the New Amsterdam Theater. Evidence of this include hearing tap dancing in the storage room, seeing a full apparition of a woman in the storage room, and seeing ghost feet going up to the storage room. Many speculate that this is Olive because during her time, the storage room was a rehearsal space. Now, the second theater on our list is the Belasco. Built by David Belasco, also nicknamed the Bishop of Broadway. He spent most of his time in this theater and even built his apartment above the theater. He was always writing plays and working on theatrical projects. And people believe that he still resides at the theater because they can hear footsteps in his old apartment. Several actors have claimed to have seen him after their performance appearing in the balcony. Also known to congratulate performers after a good rehearsal or show. He comes right up to them and shakes their hand. At first, a lot of actors find this strange because this individual is dressed like a priest and they haven't met this person before. Over the years, several actors see it as a good omen if they meet or see him during or after their performances. Also, others have heard 1920s music coming from the apartment above the theater, followed by the sound of tap dancing feet. In several instances where people run up there to catch people they believe have broken into the theater, to find that no one is there. Another ghost, known as the Blue Lady, often appears as a blue mist in people's dressing rooms. Melissa Irico, who played Mina in Dracula the Musical, reported that she saw the ghost of the Bishop of Broadway go into her dressing room mirror and hypothesized that he lived within her dressing room mirror. Now, I'm not too sure about this one because it sounds so much like Phantom of the Opera, but the next story that she reports is a little bit spooky. One night, Melissa forgot her coat and she went back into her dressing room to grab it. While she was about to enter the room, the lights turned on by themselves. And after she grabbed her coat and left the room, the door closed mysteriously behind her, even though she hadn't touched the door at all. She stated that she believed that this was a friendly encounter with the Bishop of Broadway. However, it doesn't make it any less terrifying. At the Richard Rodgers Theatre, which currently hosts Hamilton and previously hosted In the Heights, people have reported seeing a ghost child waiting in the wings, as well as lipstick stains appearing on the mirrors of the ladies' washroom and stall doors moving on their own. Now, not a lot happens at the Richard Rodgers Theatre, but just hearing about a ghost child freaks me out, so I decided to include it on this list. The Eugene O'Neill Theatre previously hosted Sweeney Todd in 2006 and now currently is home to the Book of Mormon. Now, plenty of actors have claimed to see props falling, hair being pulled, and also hearing their character names whispered in their ears while they're on stage. Broadway star by the name of Patti LuPone also had several experiences while performing in Sweeney Todd on Broadway. She reported that her dressing room doors would open and close. One day she was in a dressing room with her friend. She took a step back and believed that she stepped on her friend's foot and said, "Excuse me." And her friend replied, "What for?" and turned around and saw that her friend had stood 2 feet away from her. This, of course, leads one to wonder, whose foot did she stand on? Stephen Sondheim Theatre has several stories of ghostly encounters. However, I've picked the most terrifying. Now, this story happened to Kevin Duda, who played Neil in Beautiful, the Carole King musical. Upon arriving at the theater one day, he noticed Henry Miller's old sign. He went into the elevator and asked aloud, "I wonder what Henry Miller would think about his old sign." The elevator then bumped and stopped. You could say that this is a coincidence, but it is a very strange coincidence indeed. Now, I'm going to finish off this list by telling you one of the most terrifying stories. The next story happened at the GERSHWIN, which currently hosts the show Wicked the Musical. This theater is known to have 3 different ghosts. The first ghost was given the name Drew or Dennis. The 2 other ghosts, however, remain unnamed, with some claiming to see a ghost of an individual dressed in 19th century clothing wearing a blue suit, while others claim to see an individual wearing a white t-shirt. Nathan Peck was an ensemble member who played a flying monkey in the production of Wicked. He was standing with a stage manager backstage when they looked across the stage to what they thought they saw was the swing. Now, for those of you who don't know what a swing is, it's very similar to an understudy or a standby. Basically, it's an actor that is supposed to know several parts and be ready to go on at a moment's notice. They believe this swing was just watching the production in order to get ready for the next time they would need to come on. And they saw this individual disappear behind a curtain, and when they both looked on stage, they saw the swing that they thought was behind the curtain was already performing on stage. So the person they saw couldn't have been the swing. So that is the end of the Broadway Ghost Stories. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for Sophia's lovely Halloween. It's been an amazing adventure with y'all. But that is the end of my video today. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, make sure to please give it a big thumbs up because it really helps me out. In the name of Dionysus, the god of theater, make sure to subscribe. You wouldn't want to make Willy Shakes upset, would you? And I think that's it for today, and bye!